Someone asked me a couple of weeks ago about how to negotiate salary. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, I don't have some bulletproof, wonderful answer for you. But I'll tell you a few rules you should follow and what I do, which is what I call negotiating naked. Now, before anybody talks about salary, keep in mind the first person to talk about salary is usually the one who loses. So my advice to you is don't bring up salary unless there's some compelling reason for you to do it. If you're being interviewed, let the interviewer bring up the subject of salary. Let them ask you. It just seems to me that, first of all, that's a bit more professional. You know, you're applying for a job. You don't want to just start out talking about money. It cheapens the whole thing. Let them bring it up and be prepared to have an answer. Because, point number 2, they're going to ask you, do you have a range of salary expectations? What kind of number are you looking for? Okay, guess what? You can either give them a number or not. The not approach people have recommended in the past, and frankly, it's never worked for me, and I don't think it's going to work for anybody anymore. All right? This is where they say to you, what salary are you talking about? And you go, well, I would like to wait and see until we have an offer on the table. We can discuss salary later. I'm sure we can come to something. Or, you know, I'm not prepared to discuss, blah, blah, blah. I find that just annoys recruiters because you should know what you're worth. All right? And if you didn't have a number in mind, well, why did you take the call? Right? So let's not have that expectation that you're going to delay things a couple of weeks. That's all you're going to do at best. So what you should do is come prepared with a number. Now, this depends on where you're at in your career and what you're looking for. Do your research. All right? If you know you're underpaid, ask for a bump. Maybe fudge a little bit. Maybe add $5,000 to your salary. All right? Do not just ask for the number you want. All right? If it's a couple thousand more, or 3 or 4 or 5,000, okay, if you're making, let's say, 65,000, and you say, I need to see 70, you're probably going to get $68,000, right? But if you say, I need 72, you might get 70 and you'll be happy. All right, so I want you to think about it that way. But I don't do either of those approaches, or any of them. What I do is, when they ask me, I tell them exactly what I make right now. The reason I do that is because I know I'm on the high end of the pay scale for the job I have. So there's no point in me dancing around where they might make a lowball offer, like 30 or 40,000 less than what I want. There's no point wasting everybody's time. I tell them I've got salary, bonus, stock plan, pension, benefits. So any offer we make has to be competitive. That's the word I use. Has to be competitive with that. And then I make the point, hey, look, it's not about money. It's also about the environment. I'm at that stage in my career where I want to challenge. I want to lead people. I want to make a change. I don't just want to make money, make money, make money. It's come to me with the total package and we'll talk. That I find generally works. But I've also done my research. As I said earlier, I know where I stand and I know what I want. And I'm not in a position where I have to run away from my current job. Hey, everybody's scenario is going to be different. So you got to think about it. You try different approaches. But at the end of the day, I like to negotiate naked. I like to just put it on the table and say, this is what I need. You can try that too. Say, look, I make 70,000. I make 60,000. I need 70 to leave. Maybe you want to try that, maybe not. Again, depends how desperate you are to leave. But trial and error is going to tell you the truth. So get out there, get interviewing, give it a shot. All right? Good luck. Any questions? Leave them in the comments below. Glad you enjoyed this. Thanks.